Hi, I'm Angus Clark from Waterloo Cottage Farm. Today I'm going to be going through the various bacteria that we can use to improve our gut health. So the first one I'm going to show you how simple this is milk kefir. This milk only went in a few hours ago, but these grains have been dormant for a few weeks. So refreshing the milk is a good thing. The grains live on the lactose, the sugar element in the milk. So basically, get a bowl, just pour the grains out. With milk kefir, I usually just give them a quick rinse under the tap. If you can filter the water, if you can filter water when you're using kefir grains, because the normal water coming from the tap has got chloramides or fluorines in it. Ours is all rainwater harvesting, so we don't have that problem. So here's the grains. I'll just give them a quick rinse as well. And if this was a changeover, I do a changeover every morning when I'm using kefir regularly, and I would wash the bowl out as well, just to give it a clean. Just scoop the grains back in again. And then top it with milk. So this is Programic's organic milk. It's not been homogenized, so the cream molecules and the milk molecules are different, and they're still intact, but it has been pasteurized, low temperature pasteurization. So that's basically all we have to do. These little jars are from Lakeland. They're fermentation jars, so they've got a safety valve on them and a little valve to let the carbon dioxide out from the fermentation process. So that produces something. You can leave it longer. The longer you leave it, the more like soured cream, quite an intense flavour, soured cream flavour it gets. I think probably 36 hours is perfect for me, but I get into a routine of doing it every morning. So, but the Georgians claim that it's their secret of long life. So you can take kefir grains, milk grains, from doing milk to doing water kefir, and I'm just going to take these from here to here and add some more water to them. These grains have been a bit dormant for a while, so fishing out the bits of apple. Not having milk kefir mixed with water kefir is good. So normally in the morning, and I would do water kefir. So water kefir The fruit is your regulator. I prefer to use apricots first time. The apricots sink to the bottom when you first put them in, and then as they get full of carbon dioxide from the fermentation process, the apricots float to the surface. And then as soon as they're at the surface, I know the kefir's done. There's no point trying to eat the apricots, they're disgusting once they've been through this process. And then I use apple, cherries, lemon as a secondary fermentation. So in this instance, I've used our little red apples, which are very sweet. Kefir grains in water don't grow as fast as kefir grains in milk. So if you are doing both, you can, I've got milk grains in the freezer, and they'll last a long time in the freezer. My sister-in-law kills her kefir grains fairly regularly, so I'm able to give her a new source. But these grains I converted probably 5 years ago, and at one point I tried to do tart cherry kefir, and you can see that some of these grains are dark, and that was at least 5 years ago I did that. Now those grains are still with us. They took on the dye from the tart cherry, and they're still with us. So you would just pour that into the new bowl. Fish the little chops out. And you can see that these are much less fleshy. They're smaller. They completely different texture to milk kefir. And then if we were changing over, we would just scoop these into the jar. These have only been in for a few hours, so they're going to go back into the same water. So that will be ready in 2 to 3 days. Just make sure all the grains are in the water. That'll be ready in 2 to 3 days, and that tastes a bit like apple cider vinegar. So it's not as strong as apple cider vinegar, but it is a distinct taste. I don't particularly like it, so I blend it with spinach and cabbage and things, just to make sure that I take it on board. And when we're really on song with this, we're probably drinking a pint of that a day between Kirsty and I, so perhaps half a pint each. And that's got, the statistics are between 30 and 100 different types of bacteria in water kefir. So here's a SCOBY. So this has been in the hotel. I just put it in water just to keep it from drying out. And earlier today, I made the feedstock for kombucha. So in here, I've got about a pint and a half of water, 2 normal tea bags. We use Clipper tea bags because they're organic, and the tea bags degenerate in the compost heap. 1 Earl Grey, and then some cardamom pods. So you heat it for probably 20 minutes. Oh, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. So I boil that for about 20 minutes and then let it to cool. You can't put hot tea in your SCOBY, you'll kill it. SCOBY, sometimes the SCOBY's turned upside down. I usually try and keep them the same way up. There is a layering, there is something different across those layers. And then I put a sticker on the top of the lid. I'll put today's date on later, and then I'll put another date, 12 days time, so I know when it's ready. So, dead easy, lots of different bacteria across the different sources, sauerkraut, milk kefir, water kefir and kombucha, all different types of microbes, all helping us have a really good healthy gut.